Why is it that when you make a new Reddit account, as soon as you go to post to subreddits, your account either gets shadow banned or banned? Why is that? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how and show you the exact method I use to create and grow Reddit accounts. But first, let me just say I'm going to be holding up this mic during this video because I've noticed there's been a lot of echo since I've been recording in this office space. And so if this audio still sounds like shit, then I'll go out and get another mic because I've been doing this for a year now. I've got no excuses. I've got to have some better equipment. So that's why I'm holding this up to me. Otherwise, I could do this Sam Sully and then, but anyway, that's enough of that. So first of all, don't mind this account has been temporarily banned thing. I'm not using any anti-GTech web browser or proxy because I don't show any of our models, profiles, accounts, or anything on this because, let's be honest, I just don't trust any of you. So I don't post anything that can make me liable. So that's why I'm using this. But I don't need to show a model's account or a model's profile to show you what I mean, right? I'm going to be showing you using this. So first, I'll just give you a bit of a run through in this, and then I'll show you how to actually grow a Reddit account, all right? So this is something I whipped up. It is in the Discord on the forum, and it goes into more depth on the forum. So first of all, when you're going to set it up, you're going to set it up using a proxy and an anti-detect web browser. Why? Because if you haven't noticed, Reddit accounts get banned. And so this is an insurance policy. So by creating one Reddit account per proxy, per anti-detect web browser profile, that way when an account inevitably gets banned, because it will, regardless if you do everything right, eventually it will get banned. You can just count on that. And so by isolating one Reddit account to one proxy, to one anti-detect web browser profile, then when one account gets banned, they won't all topple over like dominoes. So that's the purpose of that. And then it just goes through. You're going to be creating an email, blah, blah, blah. You already know how to do that. And then you're going to be creating a new Reddit account. So when you go to Reddit, you're going to sign in as the Gmail account. So the purpose of creating a Gmail and signing into this first is so you don't need to go through the whole rigmarole of verifying, etc. So by creating a Gmail, logging into Gmail in one browser profile tab, so this is in the same browser profile, it's in one tab, you're going to be logging into the Gmail. Then when you go to open Reddit, so you can go to Reddit and just sign in as the Gmail account, sign in using Google, because then that will do all the verifying for you, saves you doing the whole thing, jumping through hoops, having to verify email and all this. So that's the whole purpose of that. Now, once you've created the account, I don't need to go through all this, but you're obviously going to select the gender, interests, etc. Do this based on the model because you want to make it look like it is the actual model's account. And then you're going to create the first post. Now, the reason for this first post is I created this method in anticipation of accounts getting banned and you having to create more. So by writing this first post here, you're assuming that an account is going to be banned. And then by writing this first post, that means when anyone recognizes you, they won't think anything suspicious because you're outright saying your old account got banned and now you're creating a new one. So then if, hang on, that looks like another girl that I was talking to on her account. Now it's not there, now it's here. That looks suspicious. Instead of them assuming that it looks suspicious, something's up, you're just blatantly outright saying that, okay, so apparently my old account got banned and it's not working. Now I'm stuck here looking like a newbie all over again. For fuck's sake, it's me, I promise. Say hello again. This is so that you can still post to the same subreddits after it gets banned. And then when some of the same simps start recognizing you, because you will start seeing the same people recognizing you, then it looks sus. It doesn't look sus because you're just owning it. You're saying, yeah, all right, it's me again, something happened, and you just play dumb. So anyway, that's the reason for that first post. So now you're going to create a second post, and you're going to upload a cute photo, and just write anything cute. So started from the bottom, now we're here, sigh. Because remember, we're playing along. You've just created a new account. You're bummed out because your old one got banned. Oh no, what did I do wrong? It wasn't my fault. Oh, it started from the bottom, now we're here. Now what you're going to do with these posts is you are only going to post them to your profile. You're not going to post them to other subreddits. That's later on. This is just for your profile to keep up appearances. And then you go the settings, and then you go display name, about section, and that. So I've got a couple of different options here. Now, what I like to do with the models accounts is funnel all the traffic to a subreddit, because then it's like catching all your bait in a net. Then you can do with them what you like. You can keep them there as long as you like, and you can post an OnlyFans link eventually, and then they'll eventually sift through. This way you're catching all the simps in a net, and then they'll funnel through. And it doesn't matter if they funnel through straight away, because the more content that you post to the subreddit, they'll work themselves up, and eventually they'll funnel through. So anyway, that's just what I like to do. So I made a couple of examples here, one for a generic model and one here for like a femdom model. So it's just two different ways of saying it, really. So you can be cute about it, say you made a little community, or you can be dominant about it and say that you can join my little pig pen. It works. There's some creeps out there, depending on what the model is into. So if the model is into femdom, or she is dominant, and you reckon you could play that character, which is highly, highly profitable if you can go down the femdom niche, then you'll go something like that. And then you're going to have the social links, so you'll add your subreddits, and then the avatar, the banner image, just stuff like that. Then profile category, you're going to go not safe for work, enable, and then this is kind of just like house cleaning. So adult content enable, just so it doesn't get blurred and you can see it. Enable home feed recommendations disable, just so it's cleaner, you don't have to filter through shit. Autoplay media disable, just so you can be quicker, so you don't need to spend time loading. This is, as I said, it's just finer things. You don't really need to worry a whole lot about that. And then go to emails, unsubscribe from all emails, enable, as I said, just house cleaning, just to simplify it, because what you need to do is when you create all these things at scale, you're going to be creating more than one. Then any little detail that takes up time in each of these accounts adds up. So by removing any little thing that can waste time, when you create accounts at scale, that's going to save you a lot of time. So that's the reason for that. And then once you've set up the account, you're going to go join some subreddits. These are some basic ones that I like to join. So Safe for Work Selfie, I probably made this, I don't know, 6 months ago. So there might be one or two extra here, or one or two might be banned and non-existent anymore. But this is just a rough outline of some subreddits that I will join, usually, depending on the niche of the model. And then once you've created that, this is the part where people start getting confused. So you've created the Reddit account here, you've joined the subreddit, and then where people start getting lost is that, bam, they start posting to all these subreddits straight away. And that's where you go wrong. What I have probably may have failed to mention in my other videos is that you need to age these Reddit accounts. So what happens is when you create a new Reddit account, as soon as you go posting to a lot of subreddits, not all of them, but as soon as you go posting to a lot of subreddits, especially ones revolved around thirst traps, as soon as you go posting to them off a new account, a lot of the times your post will automatically get stopped and blocked by a spam filter. Now, if you do this enough times, an account will get shadow banned or banned, or oftentimes it can actually just be a dickhead mod that just has it in for you and thinks that you're just trying to promote OnlyFans on it, because you are. And so you do this enough times, an account will get shadow banned or banned, aside from the fact that mods can actually do this themselves. But oftentimes it just comes down to an account being too new. So you mitigate this by aging the Reddit account, which, as I said, I may have failed to mention in other videos or in the Discord. I'm not sure. I'm just going by, a lot of people seem to be asking me the same question and wondering why, when they start posting the subreddits on a new account, their account gets shadow banned, or the post don't get seen. And so to answer that question, it will be you have to age the Reddit accounts. Now, what I would recommend is aging an account by minimum 2 weeks. What do I mean by this? I mean, set up the account, set up all this stuff, and then you can either not touch it for 2 weeks and just leave it. And then after 2 weeks, then you can go posting to subreddits. Now, before you go posting to each subreddit, make sure to read the rules, because that's another thing people don't do. They don't read the rules on each different subreddit. They assume that all these subreddits have the same rules, and if they can get away with posting on one subreddit, then they're wondering why they can't get a post through on a different subreddit. Anything down to the quality of photos. So I know in a lot of these like selfie, safe for work subreddits, the photo actually has to be like a selfie, like the model look like the model took it. So if it's like a model posing by a tree and someone else took it, then I will stop a post simply because of that. That's just an example of how fine the rules can be. So that's another reason. But what else you can do is, while you're aging these accounts, you also need to gain karma. Now, karma is like the currency of Reddit. So you gain karma points by interacting and engaging with posts. And then you get rewarded in karma points. And then most subreddits also have another filter in that if a Reddit account has below a certain amount of karma, then the post will also get blocked because of that. And as I said, you continue to try and post despite it getting blocked because you have low karma. And then that's a good way to get your account shadow banned or banned as well. So what you can also do, this is what we do if you're wondering, is during this aging process. So as I said, you set up the account and then you're going to age it for 2 weeks. Aging meaning don't post to any of the subreddits. The subreddits where you're posting for the purposes of getting simps and funneling to the OnlyFans. But what you can do is you can post to other subreddits. Now, what I would recommend is playing around with a few different subreddits where you can post to for the sole purpose of gaining karma. Now, this has nothing to do with thirst trapping. This has nothing to do with trying to get simps to find your profile, trying to get simps to go to your OnlyFans. This is aside from that. You're going to want to post to 2 or 3 different subreddits for the sole purpose of gaining karma. Now, what you have to do is you have to find subreddits where you know you'll get a lot of interaction because then you'll be rewarded with karma points. And also, they have to be subreddits that will let you post regardless of the account's age and regardless of the account's karma. So what I would suggest is you find subreddits related to hot topics right now. Hot topics right now are generally controversial. So one that I would suggest is definitely something to do with Israel/Palestine, because people are getting all worked up about that. Fair enough, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm staying out of that. I'm just saying that it is a good subreddit to generate engagement. So what you would do is, for example, you'll go to one like this, Israel-Palestine. You'll look through the rules. Now you'll go through and you're going to look for rules about having to be verified or minimum account age, things like that. You'll go through. Now, for example, this one doesn't look like it has any of those restrictions. So what you would do is you'll join this and then you'll create a post. Now, I just noticed I scrolled past something. A post has to be at least 3 paragraphs. So you'll just abide by this. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to join this subreddit, for example, to gain karma. Remember, this is while it's aging. During the aging process, you're just not posting to subreddits for the purposes of generating traffic. But you still want to post to 2 or 3 subreddits for the sole purpose of gaining karma. Now, this would be one of them. So you'll post to a subreddit like this that's a hot topic right now. You will abide by their rules. And if they don't say anything about having to be a certain age or have a certain amount of karma, you would give it a crack. So you'll join the subreddit, you'll create a post, at least 3 paragraphs, and just write something that you know will generate engagement. It will often be controversial. So just write something controversial. You can use a GPT or something like that to whip it up for you. And then you post it to this. Now, I'm not going to go through examples because I'm not getting involved in any of that. I'm just an OnlyFans manager teaching you how to do the same thing, all right? I'm just saying post to controversial subreddits. Post to subreddits that will generate controversy. So Israel-Palestine. Another good one I noticed is ones to do with video games. So for example, you might find like a Grand Theft Auto 6 subreddit, because that's, the trailer just dropped a month or 2 ago, or whenever it was. So you're bound to get a lot of engagement on that. So you'll find a subreddit related to Grand Theft Auto 6. You'll post to that, assuming that you don't have to have an account age, a certain age. So I'm just going to exit this because I don't want YouTube to start banning my videos because it thinks I'm getting all political. I'm not. You got to be careful these days. Anyway, so another alternative would be to post to a subreddit like GTA 6. You'll do the same thing. You'll go through the rules, make sure there's no age or karma restrictions. And if there's not, then you'll post to that as well. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to post a couple of times, 3 times perhaps, and you're just going to leave them there. Leave them there while the account is aging. And then assuming you've done everything right and the subreddits are active, you'll generate engagement, which will reward you with karma points. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave the account sitting there for the remainder of the 2 weeks with those posts already posted. And then what's going to happen is that while you're not touching that Reddit account for 2 weeks, you're going to start accumulating karma because of these posts to these controversial or hot topic subreddits. And then after those 2 weeks, then you can start formulating a plan to post to these other subreddits related to, thirst traps and for the purposes of generating OnlyFans traffic. And that's it. So that is the answer to a lot of the questions I've been getting around why is my account getting banned when I try posting to subreddits. Everyone I ask, I say, is the account aged? No, I just created it. Well, this is the answer to that. That's why I wanted to create it. And if you want to know how to grow and scale an OnlyFans management agency, then I suggest you join my forum or my Discord. Links below, and I will see you in there where you can ask me questions directly or learn from my growing community where I post a lot of source like this. So it's pretty much like a course within a Discord, within a forum. So courses get outdated, but if you have a forum or a Discord, they don't get outdated because you just keep posting new stuff to it. Anyway, that's it. If you like the video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.